Hey, Antioch family. I know it's late on a Friday night, but just now finishing up the stuff on the sermon I need to do for Sunday and just getting around to my daily devotion. Our devotion today comes from Hebrews chapter 13, starting with verse 1, which reads, "Keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all sexual immoral. Keep your lives free from the love of money, and be content with what you have, because God has said, 'Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you.' So I say with confidence, 'The Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?' Remember your leaders who spoke the word of God to you. Consider the outcome of their way of life and imitate their faith. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever." The things that stick out of that passage for me today is the point of, one, keep on loving one another. I know we are in times that are hard, and we're told that we have to have the social distance, but at the same time, there's ways to demonstrate love, to either make a phone call, send an email, drop a little package off at the door, and don't worry about talking. Just drop it off. Just demonstrate some love. Be hospitable to people around you. But also the other thing that sticks out is the promise that God has told us time and time again, that never will He leave us and never will He forsake us. And because of that, we have that confidence to say that no matter what happens, God is there for us. We shouldn't be afraid. We shouldn't worry about what's going to happen. We just simply have to say, with God, we can do it. With God, all things are possible. And he closes out that little section there in verses 7 and 8. Just remember your leaders, the ones who spoke the word of God to you. Remember what happened in the previous generations, through the people that have already went through the Great Depression, the Black Plague, and everything else that was a time of unknown. They still persevered. They still kept the faith. They still kept on pushing. And because they're willing to do that, they continue to strengthen our faith today. And that's where it comes into that last little part there of imitate their faith. We need to be willing to imitate the faith of the disciples, the faith of the martyrs, the faith of those that have gone on before us. Remember the things that they've gone through. Remember the strength that they had. And if you can't think of someone that's already passed and gone from years ago, think of people within our church, within our community. Think of Roy and how strong and faithful he is with the things around. But also remember the last part of that verse, that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Nothing ever changes with him. He's always going to be there, and nothing will change that. I hope you guys are having a great night. I hope you've had a great week. We look forward to talking with you guys again on Sunday. I know it'll be a little bit different. We won't see each other person to person. We won't be able to shake hands or give hugs, but we still look forward at Antioch to be able to share the message of God. And like we said in our one call and our note that we sent out on Facebook, that if you desire to take communion on Sunday, do not be afraid to hit me up to say, "Hey, Jason, I'd like to have communion." We'll be willing to deliver it to your door. And if you don't like that option, we're going to offer a drive-through communion service where you can come up to the church and underneath the portico right there by the front door, and we'll be out there with a communion tray to serve you communion and to pray over it with you and let you take it there at church. So those are your options. Just let us know what you want to do. Make sure that we have enough prepared. And as always, we look forward to just to see what God's going to do. Once again, I hope you guys have had a great week, and we look forward to seeing what God's going to continue to do through you and through the body of believers at Antioch.